So for my 4-week project, I worked in Illustrator, which it was my first time actually working in Illustrator. So I wanted to figure out the basics like shading, inserting an image, and image tracing. And then since I love Chick-Fil-A so much, of course my inspiration had to be creating a picture of Chick-Fil-A food for my final outcome. So here's my project plan. So for week 1, I was to watch tutorials, which I'll show you some of the best ones that I found. And then week 2, work on image tracing and shading. And then week 3 and 4, keep working on my project and then have it finished. So here is the list of resources that I started out with. And I thought that they were all good, but these are the 2 that I thought were the best. On the left, the image tracing, I think it did a really good job of showing you the difficulty levels that you could have and how to handle each image for that reason. And then the video on the right, the shading and coloring, was the best because I think it did a good job of explaining how to find those certain colors that you wanted and match well. And even though they may be a close shade together to almost match, you're still able to do it, so they're just a little bit off. So like I said, I was working in Illustrator, which this is the icon you should see when opening your Illustrator program. This was the picture that I took kind of my inspiration off of and used it to make the realistic. Here's the logo that I found to use in my image. So there are 2 main tools that I will be showing you about today. And the first one is the pen tool. And the pen tool is important because I used it to trace all of my images, and I will show you that here. So as you can see here, I have my image imported already, and I'm going to select the pen tool, and then I'm going to make very short selections around the image that I want to select. So I'm choosing the fry container, so I'm just going around the outline very carefully and precise, so that way my final image will be almost exact of what the reality image is. So as you can see, they're very small to make sure that it's a straight, exact line. So then when I'm done, I will show you the Droplet tool here. So this is the dropper tool that you will need to use, and what it does is it matches the color of your object exactly to the realistic object that you imported. So back to this image, I have already selected the dropper tool right here, so I'm going to run over the color that I want, and it automatically makes it that exact color. And as you can see, you can play around, and it is very accurate in its selection. And so then you can place your object back over to see how well you did and how precise you did make it. So here's my final project outcome. I'm very happy with how it turned out. So for my reflection, I enjoyed getting to watch the different tutorials and see what other people have made because it really is a really interesting program that I have never worked in before. I did end up liking what my final project turned out to be, but I'm not sure if I would really enjoy working in Illustrator again. I like to be more of the video type project person.